Je m'appelle Madame Metzger, and this is my open house / welcome to French 1 video. And here is my email, Metzger.Julie@talmadgeschools.org, if students or parents need to get a hold of me. What are we going to be studying in French 1? Well, we start right at the very beginning with greetings, likes, and dislikes. We talk about the calendar, dates, days, birthdays. We talk about time and how to tell time and ask for time. We do 2 chapters on school subjects, school supplies, being able to give opinions about school subjects. We talk about what do you do after school and on the weekends and on vacation with sports and hobbies. We talk about cafes and how to order, how to ask some basic questions, what's going to be on that menu, how do you pay for things, the currency. And then we talk about family. We are able to describe our family members. And lastly, places to go and things to do, and chores, asking permission to do something and telling them, sure, if you do this chore first. Our world language standards, there are 4 of them, are interpretive communication. That means just being able to look at something, whether it's just an easy advertisement, poster, or an article, or even being able to listen to something and interpret it, knowing what it says. Interpersonal communication just means you're having a conversation with somebody else. Presentational communication, you are presenting information, whether it's through writing, like journal writing, or giving a presentation to one or more people. And then all kinds of culture, and this is weaved in every single chapter that we do. Tools to help students succeed. There are many in French 1 and all throughout their French courses here at Talmadge. First of all, of course, they have Google Classroom. It is organized by chapter. There are slides like the ones I'm using now for every single thing we do. Everything that they see in class is on Google Classroom for them to use later. There are flashcards through Quizlet and Conjumago, which are linked up by chapter in order, and they also both have online practice that they can do. I will give them a note sheet for all the different vocabulary that we are studying, and they can simply cover up the note sheet and write it out. And they can do it again and again until they get 100%. They will have a communication partner at all times, and I highly recommend that they talk with that communication partner in French as much as possible outside of class. They can do Duolingo, which is a website or an app that's free. It does not go along exactly with our curriculum. However, it's a wonderful free resource, and it can definitely help them with their French. And lastly, and the best one of all, is that students can teach their parents or siblings French as they learn it. So if you have an evening where you don't have a lot going on, tell them to pull up their French Google Classroom, go through the slides that we're working on, tell them and to teach you how to pronounce and the grammar, what we're learning in the grammar, and just have some fun together. Encourage your kids to take more French. French 1 and 2 is the base. French 2 is an exact continuation of French 1. We use the same materials, and they just continue learning. French 3 is more college prep with a focus on verb tense and increasing vocabulary again, but it's a little bit grammar heavy, and they will be working on portfolio projects all semester long. French 4, now that they've got the grammar down, we continue to learn more grammar, and we use all of the French that they have learned to have fun with discussions, stories, debates, current events, more complex grammar, as I said. And we do read a novel together. They're never reading it on their own. Together, it's a classic, The Little Prince. French 5 is brand new this year. I'm quite excited about it. It's for those students who want to continue French, but they're not ready for AP or they don't want to take AP. It's an independent study. It's going to be taught during the same block as French 4, and that's why it's independent. It will really just be for them to keep those skills sharp, reading articles, listening to iPods, watching French videos, doing write-ups, and creating little units that they're interested in studying. And then AP, is a college level class. It's, as you can see, the study of world challenges, science and technology, contemporary life, identity, community, and beauty, and it's all through literature, media, and discussions, and the AP test will be at the end. The more French they take, the more they will be able to test out of classes and get some credits for college if they are going to go on to college. Also, encourage your kids to join French Club. This is just pure fun. Anyone can join. They actually don't have to be in a French class at the time. It's all year long. We do one activity per month. It is $10 to join. I often buy food for them, and I help pay for some of the things that we do to make the costs a little bit lower if it's a field trip and it costs a bunch of money. So it's $10 to join. Checks can be made out to Talmadge High School. Encourage them to do that. If you have any questions at any time, you can email me, or of course you can call. My preps change from semester 1 to semester 2, but you can call the office and ask when a good time is to call, or you can email me when is a good time to call you. And I'm always here for my students and for my parents. All right. I'm going to go right now and show you real quick my Google Classroom so you can see. Here's the stream. Here is where I'll always have my lesson plans. So if a student is absent, they can go right here, click on the lesson plans to see exactly what did we do in class or what are we going to do in class. What is the homework going to be? Here is the classwork tab, and this is where all of the materials are. Here are the handouts. And I'm going to put this video in here in just a moment. And so obviously you will have gotten to Google Classroom to see this video. The bienvenue, I would like to go through real quick and just point out some things. You can take more time and read this with your child, students, with your parents. What do you need for classroom? Here are just some technology resources that we use often. My class rules. This is the one I just want to focus on really quick. Sharing homework. Ooh, I guess I can't click on it. Sorry. I'm just going to be right in here. Sharing homework, projects, assessments is cheating, of course. And what's going to happen if we catch you doing that? You're going to have to restart the assignment from scratch to get any kind of credits. Otherwise, you'll get a 0. And immediately you're going to get a Friday detention, which is 4 hours. Please do not share your any of the hard work that you've done. Also, translators are indeed cheating. This includes people, like somebody that's in another class, like a French 2, 3, 4, and of course, the computer translators. So don't use them. I know what your level of writing and your level of speaking is and what kind of vocabulary you should be using. And so do not use a translator. I can spot it a mile away. Word reference is acceptable. It's an online dictionary, so use that. What will happen if you're using a translator? Well, you're going to do, it's the same thing as cheating up here. You're going to have to restart the assignment or get the 0, and you're going to get the Friday detention. Also, I'm going to call parents and let you know what's going on with either of these two problems. Cell phones are a huge problem. I might actually just take their cell phones and put them in a shoe container. I've seen other teachers do that, and I think that's a great idea. And then, of course, you can get them if I need you to use your phone to play a game or to use word reference or something like that. But otherwise, they'll be in this little container because it is a huge distraction every year, more and more. All right. What can you do when you are absent? Well, first of all, it's your responsibility, so please keep that in mind. As I said, lesson plans are going to be posted on the right here in the stream for you. So you want to go right there. It'll be right here. You click on it and you just go down to the date and you can see everything we did in class and what the homework was. You can also go to your Google Classroom and your assignments should be popping up. You can email me if you have a specific question, not what did I miss? I'll just say simply, well, go to the lesson plans and go to Google Classroom. But if you have a specific question about what it is we did, then you can Google or you can email me that. I'm available every day during Academy B and C. And of course, don't forget to turn in that missed work. How are you going to be graded? Our homework grades, they're about 1 point per page. So, and they get homework pretty much every night, most nights. Speaking French in the classroom. So every classroom, all 80 minutes, you want to be raising your hand to answer questions, to be helping go over homework. You're going to be talking to your partner often. And so while you're talking to your partner, I'm walking around giving you points. It's very easy to get your 5 points for a week. However, if Friday comes along and you don't have your 5 points, you can come in during academy and talk with me individually and get those 5 points. So there's never a reason not to have those. We have 2 or 3 quizzes per chapter. That's straight up vocab and maybe like conjugating a verb, usually a little bit of grammar. Those range from 20 to 40 points. Our chapter test is over the whole chapter, and it will include a listening, speaking, reading, and writing section. You'll be doing a pen pal or a journal entry of some sort, but usually a pen pal every chapter to prepare for that writing section of the chapter test. Those are usually around 20 points. Every so often we have a project, points vary. At the end of French 1, you will have a final exam, which will be set up just like a chapter test, but it's bigger and it will encompass everything we've done. It's 20% of your grade. I don't round grades. I just plug them into Progress Book and it calculates them for me. You do have to take the final to pass the class. And if you want to retake a quiz or part of a test, you just need to come in during academy and talk to me about it. You need to work with me or work in front of me on something that we think will help you to improve your understanding of it. And then the next day, you may retake that. And that will replace your grade completely. I've already talked about how you can succeed. Once you've gone through that welcome page, this welcome page, and the video, then I ask that you go to the Google form, Parent and Student Agreement. Let's go to that in the classwork. It's right here. And that you fill that out together and just let me know that you've done all of this and that you understand what's going to happen if you use a translator or you share work, things like that, and then turn that into me. All right, if we scroll down, there's all kinds of great things here for you, but it's by chapter after that. Chapter 1 materials, let's go in one. You can see, it'll pop up in just a second. It takes just a moment. That you have lots of materials here. You have videos of me doing the pronunciation. You have Quizlet. You have the Conjumago with more games and slides. You have the actual slides by themselves. And then more and more. You have the book pages. It's great. And then if we go back, you can see that it's arranged by chapter 1, part 1, part 2. There's some culture, part 3. And then you have some other things, lots and lots of materials. And then as soon as we start getting assignments, it'll come in a whole nother section right here and it'll say chapter 1 assignments, and that's where all the assignments will be. And then chapter 2 assignments, and so on and so forth. So I tried to organize everything as easily as possible for the students and parents to understand. All right. Well, I thank you for watching this video, and I know it's going to be a great year, and I look forward to meeting everyone. All right. Au revoir.